Boo. Boo. Hi. Hi. Holy crap. Hello, everybody. I miss you guys. I seriously do. You're back? Yes and no. Back as in, remember what I said a long time ago when I said that I usually during the course of my hiatus, I will really only come back when it comes to like industry breaking events like the Gargura drama, the Mume drama. And now, chat, I didn't even come back for the Cinder drama, right? Because I knew, yeah, Cinder is a big deal and all, but like, I wouldn't necessarily categorize it as something that would like make big waves in the industry. This one? This? Fucking VShojo of all I mean, I feel like somewhere deep down we kind of knew VShojo wasn't gonna last this long. But like Ironmouse being the one to like absolutely kick their ass is like a huge deal. Oh, thank you, Douglas Diaz. Bro is back. Hello. Thank you for the gifts, man. Say thank you to him. But yeah, Gunrun is felted. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know if Gunrun is going to like make a statement about all of this because like his head is there's a price on his head right now, bros, and that price is almost half $500,000. That's it. Cinder did nothing wrong. As her boyfriend manager, I must denounce any slander. Charlie Spurda. I'm glad to see you come back, dude. VShojo make you come back out of all the corpos? Yeah. Chat, I'm just gonna be real, right? Fucking if VShojo, sorry, not VShojo. If what's I'ma call it? If Niji Sanji had a graduation, nah, I wouldn't come back for it. It's like, yeah, Niji Sanji is kind of on the down path for quite some time now. I feel like it's not even worth covering the company anymore. Like even a Hololive graduation probably won't make me come back. But because this is Ironmouse, I have to. Aster counts, right? Nah, Aster doesn't count. Look, the whole Twisty and Aster drama is like is juicy and all. It's like, well, I feel bad saying that. It's like it's a lot of serious shit, like actual sexual harassment stuff. We have a sex pest in the industry, and he's almost taken advantage of a lot of girls. It's like it's not. I don't want to downplay that, right? But it's not enough to constitute my quote comeback. And like I said, after this whole thing, I'm going to make a few videos about it, cover it on stream once or twice, depending on how the situation develops. But afterwards, I think I'm gonna go back on my hiatus. Life is okay right now for me. I don't know when I'm going to commit back to like content creation, but I'm still here anyway. So let's take time. Let's value the time that we have. What if Kuzuha graduates? Okay, actually, you know what? Kuzuha graduating might be actually enough for me to come back. Because Kuzuha is a big deal. Time to set the days without Niji incident calendar back to 0. Wait a minute. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, hello, Augusto P. Hello. Thank you. Thank you all. Dokibird just dropped 10k on Mouse's IDF fundraiser. Oh my god. Yeah. No, there's a lot of things happening right now, bros. A lot. Maybe Yanners, Vebe, and Silverbrain knew something was up. I'm going to imagine that this was not, this all happened before they, like, this is a separate drama, I would like to think. But yeah, let's talk about everything. Oh, Douglas Diaz, thank you for the $5, man. VShojo is gonna be out with Idol last year. Yeah, okay, so there is actually a lot of similarities between Idol Corp and VShojo, especially in regards to marketing and like how they position themselves in the industry. Because VShojo, let's not lie, right? Like, I think we can all agree that to a certain extent, virtue signaling and like, saying about how great they were like key marketing points for both those agencies, right? Like, but obviously that kind of marketing, that kind of like core central theme to your to your general advertising and marketing scheme isn't gonna pan out very well, especially in this industry. Nah, man. Nah. Face Connect wins by doing nothing. W Saka na. Okay. So, let's actually talk about this from the very beginning, right? Because, hold on. Because, right? Give me a sec. Oh shit, I'm so sorry for the jump scare. I'm going to mute. Oh shit, thank you, Nee. Welcome back. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Nee. You almost debated me there. But yeah, thank you so much, dude. I mega appreciate that. I should make this a little smaller so it doesn't trigger. There we go. Okay. So, we're going to watch this later. We are going to watch this later because we are going to go over this from the very, very, very beginning. Fudge, what's gonna happen to Kason? Oh, we're going to talk about that because there's a lot of things happening right now between all the other girls. Face Connect is the only good West VTuber agency left standing now that VShojo collapsed. Fishman, don't mess up. Let's not jinx it, chat. Like, honestly, as much as we wanna, like, suck the dicks of, like, a lot of VTuber agencies right now, especially, like, Hololive, Face Connect, blah, 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 like, we never know, right? I feel like throughout my experience supporting and, like, rooting for a lot of VTuber agencies and, like, you know, all these sorts of things, I've learned to never really put my complete trust into anyone. Hi, Rikowa. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming back for this stream specifically, my dude. Yeah. So, again, let's go back to the very, very, very beginning. I'm always lurking, bro. Yeah, no. Part of me knows that you are always lurking. Just that, like, I when I stream. Well, at least last time I streamed, I barely see your name anymore, so... But it's whatever, I know you're still around. Thank God Kason kept the dragon meme, GOAF. Did you see her face? No. Let's, okay. Not yet, at least, Master Chu, but let's talk about this from the very beginning, right? The very beginning of the downfall of VShojo. Here. It all started from Matara Khan's graduation. It started from here. The explicit signs were: VShojo made the decision to part ways with me on March 6th, effective May 5th. From the wording of that first sentence alone, we know that this isn't a decision made by Matara. This was VShojo's. VShojo, without all the PR speak and what have yous, VShojo effectively terminated her here. Again, despite all the wording and the PR, right? Like, I think we can all agree with that. That is clear enough. VShojo also themselves confirmed this with this announcement. And the general public consensus, according to what has been found, is that it may have something to do with Matara selling merch outside of VShojo. Something that we've known since Kason is that VShojo makes money from the sponsorship and the merch cuts, right? We know from Kason that VShojo takes little to no cuts from their streaming revenues, but to balance that out and make sure the agency still makes money, they exclusively make their merch. And what we also do know is that Matara partnered up with Bricky. Bricky is another content creator for merch. He has a lot of experience regarding that field. I actually do know about this. And the preference to work with him instead of VShojo may indicate that VShojo's merch infrastructure may not be the best. Like, I'm trying to give a bone to VShojo here, right? But it's clearly an indicator that like maybe whatever merch that they have is not working out for the general public, right? She also, but Matara Khan also signed in with WME as a talent agency, and that's a lot of services. At that point, what is VShojo even doing for Matara Khan? Right? But yeah, sure, VShojo's got their own incompetencies, all agencies do, even the big ones. So this gives me the impression that VShojo didn't inform or Oh, sorry. Matara-kan did not inform or ask the company itself about doing all these moves, right? If this is the case, then in my opinion, that's kind of unprofessional. I feel like you shouldn't do that. I feel like some negotiation with the company has to be made here, but I would like to think that Matara isn't stupid. I like to think that they did actually talk about it, they just never agreed on anything. Aside from this mutual separation that VShojo wanted to do. Right? But in any case, Matara made a Discord message, apparently, about how she won't be, like, tolerating the departure itself. Tolerating any departure about the discussion itself. Right? Though discussion about VShojo and her friends is still okay, which means her gripe is with the company, not the talents, which is a very important distinction, bros. When the anti-corpo goes mask off, oh, thank you, Metal Gear Flaccid, I appreciate the super chat. But yeah, that's what happened. After this, it didn't seem like there was too much to go off of, right? Like, okay, Matara made an oopsie, there was a massive disagreement between her and VShojo. VShojo kind of fixed up, Matara kind of fixed up VShojo's, Matara was a key reason for the reputational fix that VShojo underwent through in 2023. So I feel like Matara did a lot for VShojo and VShojo did a lot for Matara, but either way, it just seemed like it was a very professional thing, right? Then, suddenly, Mountain Dew, this person just left VShojo, and this guy is one of the founders. Actually a co-founder, I think, right? Like, yeah, co-founder of VShojo. Yeah. Awesome. This is a co-founder, chat. Kind of a huge deal. And they're parting ways, just like that. Right? But okay, let's throw another bone here, right? Like, whatever. Fucking happens. We just experienced a founding member of Hololive leave the agency last year. A-chan. Which, reincarnated this year, but we'll talk about that in the future, right? But we can sense here that there were definitely signs. Do you think Silver Veil will say anything? Maybe, maybe not. Hard to say, honestly. Hi, Senior Tortillas. It's okay. It's normal, right? But then, more staff were leaving, like Turbo Dog. Questions started being raised. What is happening? VShojo might be cutting costs. Where did the $11 million fucking investment go to, by the way? Which, just to remind you guys, VShojo, on their first round of investment, raised $11 million. I don't know where all of that went. I don't think they've done anything that can warrant $11 million. VShojo JP, yeah, sure, but like, is starting a JP branch really, like, can that really take up $11 million? I don't think so. Right? That was like in 2022? Yeah, it was in 2022. It was huge. It was actually huge. But then, only a couple weeks later, right? Only a couple weeks later this happened, we get a massive news. Boom. Giga is leaving. She announces that she is leaving VShojo, which only fuels the rats. Though, unlike VShojo, Giga says that she herself is terminating the contract, not VShojo. She says it's a business decision, so she might have realized that she didn't want or need VShojo services anymore. Can't say or won't say why, but it's clear cut. She ended up not needing the support VShojo offered, saw no reason to continue with their operations, all that sort of thing, right? There's like dozens of clips out there. I don't think we need to react to any one of them right now. It's whatever, right? Very concerning. 2 staff members leaving within the span of like 1 month. or maybe 1.5 month. Ooh boy. Oh boy. Not even like a week later, we get jump scared with this news. Zentraa is leaving. How big is that? Zentraa, a founding one of VShojo's founders and a key pillar. This girl was mega invested in the company, chat, and shared so much of their values. Bro actively gave a VTuber a free model, pushed the auditions within the company, all this sort of stuff. It was huge. There was talk about how Zentraa's opportunities between Gamer Subs and G Fuel caused some dissatisfaction among many other instances and whatever. I personally didn't dive too deep into why Zen was leaving, but basically, apparently this has been building up for a while now. Some small ominous hints here and there, like I got this from from Zentraa's community, but apparently Zen was pulling a mysterious where she was basically implying that something was going on and that she wanted to leave, right? Yeah. And I would like to think that, okay, so Zentraa leaving, right? I would like to think that a lot of this stems from the fact that Zentraa pushes for a lot of things to happen in VShojo, right? But a lot of it has not really come to fruition. Chat, what happened to the auditions that just happened last year? What about all the stuff Matara-Khan, Giga, and Zentraa was planning for the past year? Nothing. Absolutely nothing came out of that. And look, I can understand if like a manager or like somebody like is not able to help with Zentraa about all of this sort of stuff, right? Because like I said, each agency, chat, every agency has their own incompetencies. Sometimes a VTuber agency can stretch themselves too thin or promise something but not be able to deliver, right? Like it happens. Like, you know, sometimes stuff happens. But when you're VShojo and you have a big talent that has a shit ton of money, if you as a company yourself has a shit ton of money, where does that go? What do you do with that? Right? Matara and Giga actually has hinted in the past that they kind of did most things themselves and that the company didn't really help them with much. Right? They will have to act upon those auditions because VShojo has no members left. Yeah, we're going to get into that later because a lot of people are dropping. The members are apparently taking the VShojo tag out, right? In any case, like I said, this sort of thing is typical for a lot of agencies. When you have a brand, but when you have the branding of VShojo, a company that is said to help with a lot of aspects of management, and whether intentionally or not, they branded itself as the better type of VTuber agency, right? Because woohoo, talent freedom, woohoo, you get the IP, blah blah blah. This may sound really weird, yeah, right? Because of all of that. I mean, chat, maybe some of you may think that them being branded or marketed that way was unintentional, that them being called the better agency was a community branded thing. But in my opinion, to a certain extent, I think they leaned in on it. I think there was a point in time where they were absolutely smelling their own farts about how better they were compared to other agencies, right? I mean, talent freedom was literally their catchphrase or whatever it may be called, right? Yeah. But that's besides the point. It may be a problem with the business model. It may be a problem with the staff itself. In my opinion, it might be more so the former than the latter. Because chat, hold on, let me just get some water real quick. Let me drink. Chat, we all figured out that VShojo's business model isn't really built for growth or even stability. Years ago, I made a video, even openly talked about in stream, that their business model is eventually going to bite them back in the ass one day. That there's a hard cap to it. Yes, they redeemed themselves by like hiring ex-Nijis and winning over the opinion of the community, but the problem would then be maintaining that opinion and having the acumen to keep it as it is. To keep hiring cool people, to keep hiring people that would continue, that would have like a self-sustaining cash flow and like make sure that the goodwill is on you. And they failed to do that. It's a business problem. Everyone needs to make money. Yeah. And unfortunately, the way that they make money is a very bad way to do so. Theoretically, you can make a lot of money from like merch and sponsorships. But when you do that to a VTuber that already has a brand to themselves, eventually they're gonna cut you out. You're basically just a middleman. You don't have value anymore. Whatever the case may be about Zentraa's departure, right? Also one of the toughest things about this is that some people would discover that Zen and Ironmouse unfollowed each other. There were talks about how Ironmouse like stood up for herself, rats about how Ironmouse ignores or ghosts people, how Zentraa had to distance herself away from this certain friend. Like all that, we've seen it, come on. Nobody's, even me, who's out fucking traveling I'm not traveling the world, but like I was out of the industry for a while. I've heard of this. Nobody knows the exact detail about this supposed argument between Mouse and Zen, right? But what we do know is that the unfollowing and some vague posting from both of them hinted at a potential falling out. It's a rat? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, who knows, right? But this is weird. Because Zen and Mouse were like well regarded in the community. Nobody can really know who the bad guy could be at that point, or even if both of them are or none of them are. Whatever, right? Like, yeah, sure, friendships break down. Even like one tiny argument can split like a 4-year friendship. It happens, right? What does this mean for the company? Well, I mean, as long as Ironmouse and Zentraa could like maintain a professional relationship, then theoretically it would be fine. Whatever. But then, boom. Panini. We got a double whammy. This guy is one of the key staff at VShojo. Their talent director. Their talent director left, and it only happened less than 3 weeks ago, chat. July 11th. Right now, at least in my time, it's July 22. They followed each other back? Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. I'm aware that I was going to get into that, but since you guys brought it up, so yeah, little disclaimer about the whole unfollowing rats thing. Yeah, they followed each other back, whatever. Now, Panini leaving, their talent director, only upped the doom posting to Wombo. Because talent's leaving 3 times, okay, yeah, we can cope. We've seen it before. It's weird, but nothing VShojo hasn't gone through. Even the last time this happened, there weren't many hints that, like, there were many hints that, like, falling out between members were happening. But if 3 like, VShojo members leave, but also key staff members that are integral to the business also leave, that's not just a cause for concern. That's a decent reason to go full-blown doom posting, I would like to think, right? And then, the final nail in the coffin. This one. The Selengate of VShojo happened 5 hours ago or so. Ironmouse outed VShojo. No official announcement from VShojo themselves, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, there's literally no official announcement from them. Ironmouse just jump scared everyone with this via YouTube video. I haven't seen the video yet, but I've seen a lot of people comment and make headlines about what it's about. So we are going to go through and analyze everything. But first, we are going to see some reactions and go over a lot of the stuff with the company itself, right? Let's see. We have Connor over here saying VShojo better get cycling and start raising some money. Okay. We have that happening. We have Giga promoting the IDF because of how VShojo allegedly stole from the charity stream. We have Shibuya Kaho friend of Trash Taste and Connor and VShojo, formerly I would like to think now, openly outing a supposed VShojo staff member. This person moved from a noted VTuber company to another as a staff last year, bragging about his new income. He's trusted me a few of his new business cards to give to my good contacts. I found the action obnoxiously rude, but maybe he was too young and friendly to know better. Then the motherfucker wanted to meet up for tax advice because I'm a native in Japan and I hire an accountant. I asked to have a dinner in his area, which was quite far from me, splitting the bill. That day I got convinced I didn't like the guy. Yet because I love the talents he worked with, I was only secretly hoping he would lose his job one day, lol. Recently, I heard from another creator that he was showing photos of VTubers' real selves while revealing their personal info like a marital statue. I now wanted to find a way to warn other employees. Wow. Marital state or whatever. So basically really revealing like their relationship status with other people. Holy crap, Aster was working for VShojo? Imagine, right? Imagine. But basically, staff member of VShojo, not just like actually like, you know, revealing stuff about their own talents that they shouldn't be revealing. Today I've learned the most despicable shit the company has done to their talent. Don't know if he's involved with it, yet all my personal grudge is nothing compared to such betrayal. Sometimes, unfortunately, managers or agencies can be the talent's worst enemy. Yeah. Aster, you sly dog, churro! Aster, you fucking rascal. I didn't know you were a staff member for VShojo. You fucking rude son of a bitch. Whatever the case, let's look at other reactions. We have Minty over here say, are we potentially witnessing a mass walkout from remaining VShojo members? Both Michi and Kuro have removed the VShojo display in their names. And apparently it's not just Michi and Kuro, Kason, Amalie, literally all VShojo members have apparently done it. Yeah, Amalie. Yeah. So, they're actually like, they must be having a call right now. I'm gonna bet your ass all of the remaining VShojo members are right now in a Discord call. I don't know if they're live or not, I didn't check, but I'm gonna bet that they're in a Discord call right now deciding on what to do. How to like form this into like a PR thing. I don't know. Right? And then, actually, Tectone even said something about this. Right? Like, Tectone, I skimmed through Tectone's like 30-minute video earlier. He said that he knows something behind the scenes too. Never really said it, but he said something more is gonna come. So yeah, Doom posting. Fruit. The poor fucking bastard. Holy shit. Fruit, who was on hiatus for 7 months. Chat, Fruit hasn't been active since like not just January, I think December of last year was his last stream, I don't remember. Only came back now, only to be jump scared by this. And she's as surprised as any of us, right? Like, yeah, as this GIF indicates. Yeah. Oh boy. And I saw Nux's tweets. Nux Taco has been like ejaculating about the situation since Ironmouse made that video. Knowing the relationship collapse between him and the company, he might feel very vindicated. Yeah. Then Melody. Oh god. Melody. Poor Melody. I feel sick. I need to think. Really, it says enough. It really says enough. This smells like a Ponzi scheme. Use talents, funds, and resources without paying back. Took the bag and dipped. Oh, we're going to get into that. Like I said, I haven't seen the video, but we are all going to see how bad this actually got. Never let the investors steer the ship. Oh, thank you, Suji. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Kanya canceled her stream. Yep. So yeah, they're absolutely, like I said, I think they're all in a group call right now. God, it's so bad. It is actually so bad. And then, of course, we have Ironmouse's stream itself. not stream, reaction. Everyone throwing out support, Doki Bird, Henia, Strub, Fruit, Shondo, literally everyone you can think of that likes Ironmouse and doesn't like what's happening. Apparently Doki threw 10k into her fund, into her IDF donation thing. Great, awesome, right? And it's only been like 5 hours. That's awesome. This situation was so big enough that Charlie made a video about it. We're going to react to this, by the way, chat. We're going to see it. It's pretty fucked. Yeah, true. I like Spike Man. Oh, hi. By the way, hi Spike Man. I miss you guys. Charlie made a video about it. We're gonna look at that. Coefficient made a video about it. We're gonna also look at that. And yeah, I don't know if we're gonna look at this. It's 20 minutes. It's a little long, but it's whatever. Asmon will react. Dude, everyone's gonna react. Everyone. Zentraa donated 55k. Oh shit, that's huge. Yeah, that's huge. This is a Salan level disaster. Oh, it is. Absolutely. Broski. This is the Salan gate of VShojo. No matter what happens here, VShojo is dead. There's no coming back from this. Absolutely. I can say that with 100% confidence that nothing is gonna happen. Remember when I said last year that fucking what's her face? That I would eat my own cum if Nijisanji was able to bounce back from the Selen gate? They never did. And you know what? Yeah, I won. I won that bet. I wasn't proven wrong. And I'm gonna put on the same bet here. There is no possible way that VShojo is going to be able to come back from this. Absolutely no way. We've already seen that, we've already getting the impression that their internal infrastructure is already fucked up as it is. But them potentially getting into a full-blown legal battle with Ironmouse. Like I said, I haven't seen this yet, but we're going to find out. I feel like the absolute sheer size of the drama is like a recipe for a lot of legal issues, money drains, and like they're dead. There's no way Gunrun can do anything about this now. You're cooked when Charlie makes a video of you? Yep. We're going to fucking 3 months from now, we're going to see another slop tuber make the 10 victims of Moist Critical, and VShojo is gonna be one of them now. Your VShojo video is now a time capsule, which is funny, right? Which is funny, Yinka. I got a lot of hate when I made that video. I would like to think I was just too early for my time. Not to suck my own dick, eat my own cum, toot my own horn, smell my own farts, right? But a lot of the things that I said was gonna happen in the industry, or my analyses of certain VTuber agencies or even certain communities, even without having internal knowledge of what's happening inside them, have a lot, like 8 times out of 10 I've been right this whole time, right? And like, people always hate me for pointing out what I think, for like breaking the illusion. And now, 2 years later, what I've been saying has been coming true, and boom. And the sucky part is, I also lose that kind of conviction myself. When I say VShojo is like a dying or is a non-sustainable business plan for a VTuber agency, a lot of people doubted me, and because a lot of people doubted me, I also casted doubt about a lot of what I said. So I get, like, you know, I also like kind of I kind of like gaslight myself into thinking, you know what, maybe it's not that bad, maybe it's wrong. And then I make a video about it, basically saying that I'm wrong. Or like I say on stream that I was wrong, but then it turns out I was always right. Like, holy fuck. Whatever, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm speaking a lot right now. Like I said, I'm sucking my own cock too much right now, but this feels like a lot of vindication on my end, okay? It just does. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna stop there. This agency is in the Chernobyl zero hour scenario. Yeah, Raven Watch. So true, so real. What you know about Parrot the Mines collapsed? Yeah. Rariobe, hello. I wish Legally Minded was here. He might talk about it later, as the problem of the money race not being provided is reminding me of the completionist. Yeah, I don't know too much about the completionist actually. All I know is that it was Mudahar's friend. They had like a charity done for like I think it was cancer, and then he never gave that away and whatever. Then stuff happened. Yeah. Anyway, let's watch this video, bros. Let's watch this now. I'm gonna turn off the BGM.
I am leaving VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that
Douglas
for the
Diaz,
past
thank
couple
you.
of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have,
Okay.
I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And
Okay.
most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which...
Hello? What happened?
I am leaving VShojo.
Weird. Okay.
The thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
I also thought it got privated.
Know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day I will be able...
Legal procedure. Is she suing VShojo? I'm pretty sure some contracts are gonna keep some talents from leaving. I hope they don't get too much hate. Master, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, same. I do too.
The full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time
Henia is next. We'll see, we'll see.
you were ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID.
Yeah.
I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind.
Okay.
I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo. And it was through VShojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was approached in 20...
Is that true? Look. Okay, chat. I'm gonna be real. Ironmouse was already on her way to like stardom before VShojo came. It was Ironmouse, it was Zen, Silvervale, it was fucking Project Melody. Yeah, sure. VShojo being there absolutely helped her. I don't want to diminish that. I don't want to take away from that. But I feel like VShojo being the reason why Ironmouse exploded is like a factually wrong statement. But if Ironmouse feels that way, then she's entitled to that. I don't know. I don't know her stats.
2020 and asked to join VShojo. It seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber. because I felt like I just couldn't.
Okay.
In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a
Aw.
while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company. And I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody.
Such is the problem of being at the top, chat. When you are seen as like the face of a company, the reason why it's still there, an absolute pillar, then it's perfectly like these types of emotions normally tend to form. And it's even worse more so if like the company I don't know if she explicitly is implying that VShojo is absolutely guilting her into not leaving or like tolerating some sort of behavior in the company just so like people around her won't like suffer. But damn, it's just like Gura but worse. It is the Gura problem, yeah. Let's call it the Gura conundrum.
And I was destroying everybody's life, but this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information. So that was always a blessing to me. As time went on,
I've heard of that. To be fair, I don't. I've heard of that happening a lot, where a lot of VTubers, even those not part of agencies, are really scared to hand out like their payment details to even like other companies because they're so afraid of like revealing personal information. But it's whatever. That's whatever.
I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances.
Okay.
This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million
Yes.
for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
In 3 years.
The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The
Okay.
first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the
True
Immune
Raven Watch.
Deficiency Foundation.
Thank you.
Because the money
For the super
came
chat.
from my Twitch revenue, instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
515.
I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. But unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity.
Please tell me why VShojo, or at least give out a small hint at why VShojo is just up and does that.
We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection, and this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me.
Is that why she's been so stressed out?
Something good.
I've seen the tweets.
To give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds.
Okay. So, seems like she's not gonna say why VShojo is doing that, or how she found out, or like, you know, something that we can like put a pin on VShojo for. Oh, True Scotsman, thank you for the super chat. It is worse than Gura. Hollow had other extremely popular talents and doesn't need Gura to survive. VShojo desperately needs Mouse to be relevant. It is like losing multi-hologens at once for impact. Yeah, I would actually agree. I would actually agree with that. Because the difference between the Gura leaving versus Ironmouse leaving is that Gura, in the first place, doesn't really stream that much anymore. This is so much worse than Gura. Yeah, I agree. Like, Gura streams like fucking once every 3 months. Like, yeah, Gura is the face of Hololive, EN. But because of her inactivity, a lot of Hololive fans had enough time to develop a bond with other VTubers that's not Gura. Right? Like, they've had enough time to acclimate to a different community. So, in this case, Ironmouse isn't just the face of VShojo at this point. She's the face of Twitch in terms of VTubing. She has so much on her shoulders. And she's such an active people. She drives a lot of VShojo's like money. Her being gone, it's not even a contest, honestly. Damn.
Which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Yeah, it's over here, chat. It's
Sometime
this
this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to...
Okay, that's the video, chat. Okay, that's the video. Fucking Christ. MetaSD, thank you for the super chat. Honestly, something is not adding up. Did VShojo honestly think they could get away with screwing their biggest talent out of $500 in charity money? There has to be more to this. Yeah, unfortunately, I do agree that I think there is more to this, but we'll never know. We will absolutely never know, and we will have to live with that fact. This is something that's like, because like $500,000 is involved. Obviously, lawyers, like the legal process is gonna be involved in all of this, and it's gonna be covered up in a bunch of red tape and NDAs and fucking whatever the case might be. And you know what? We don't have the right to know at the same time. We really don't. Still though, my rat, at least, is that I think VShojo was just waiting to eventually make back their money. Eventually. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. I think that was the strat. I don't know. That seems like it really, that I can see why the previous super chatter said that it was kind of like a Ponzi scheme, where they thought that VShojo was basically just waiting for a couple months or even years to eventually build up that 500k, and hopefully Ironmouse doesn't know. But eventually, she did find out. And that's how rough it is right now. It's weird that after Hollow lost so many people and people thought they are this year's losers, this happens. Felendira, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, man. 2024. Ooh, Nijisanji. Start of 2025, Hololive. And now on the second half of 2025, boom, literally all the big corpos are getting turbo fucked in the ass right now, bros. Absolutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Did they make money? I feel like they spent way more than they made with 500k. I mean, we ask this question, right? When a company steals money or like takes in money, where does that money go? Does it go to projects that like the members are planning to have, or more further investments to the VTuber? Sure, maybe. I think we all know the most probable answer is like the executives, the higher ups, the investors, the yaks. Yup. Surely Nijisanji won't top this later on this year. I mean, what can Nijisanji do, honestly? Seriously, what can Nijisanji do? The only way I can see this, I can see Nijisanji topping this off is like if literally all Nijisanji members leave. I don't know. Chat, IMO, in my opinion, right? Even if the entirety of the remaining Luxium members leave, it's not gonna be as big as this. I want to know where the initial investment went to. That's what I want to know too, Azihara. Like, $11 million, bro. 11 million. Look. VShojo raises $11 million in investment rounds. Do you have any idea how big that is? 11. Like, all I'm saying is that you could probably make 10 agencies with 20 agencies with $11 million. Where did this go? Yeah, even chat, look, even with the Japan fund, like the Japan reaching the fucking marketing that they were going on in there, the 3Ds and all that sort of stuff, no way did that take $11 million. No fucking way. I don't believe it. I absolutely do not believe it. Not when salaries are accounted for. Even then, I would like to think. Like, goddamn, even then. Hania took VShojo out of her name. Oh yeah, no, like I said, everyone, where's that tweet? Everyone is taking money out of, everyone is taking VShojo out of their names. What about Project Melody? Project Melody is still here. Henia. Yeah, Henia. Ironmouse, yeah, a lot of people basically. Yeah, whatever. A lot of people basically took it. Like, literally all of them. Not everyone. Nova's still unaware. Well, yeah, I mean, Nova is JP branch. I feel like they're largely disconnected from the greater workings of VShojo. Like, they have their own branch and they have their own thing. How much did this raise though, by the way? 200k. Amazing. Doki Bird with the 10k, dude. Let's fucking go. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see who we have here. Doki Bird with the fucking 10k. VGen with the 10k. Interesting. Kenji with the 10k too. Holy crap. Zentraa with the 5. I'm sorry, I don't know if these people are supposed to be VTubers or content creators. I genuinely don't know. I'm sorry. Ludwig 5, JT Hungry 5, ZDog VA 5, Gridline 5. Yeah, no, a lot of people. Absolutely a lot of people. This happened to Ludwig and his off-brand company. An employee used over $2 million in his sponsor money to float the company finances without him knowing. Fuck. Dude, starting a company and like... starting a company is so fucking dangerous, especially with a fucking... with how evil people can be. How like dangerous with money some people are capable of. God damn. Apparently, Shoto said he was asked to join VShojo and he declined. He did not regret doing that. I mean... yeah. I feel like... I'm gonna be real, right? Yeah, it's cool and all that Kuro joined VShojo. But I feel like branding-wise, it doesn't make sense. There's absolutely no reason for any male VTuber to join VShojo. Absolutely nothing. The talents, the audience are too different. The culture is going to be different. Like, there's too much of a whiplash for it to be worth it. And what do you get? A VTuber model, and that's it. Ask Armchair and he'll explain. This is all caused by VShojo abandoning sensible traditional corporate rules and losing money because ma talent freedom. I think it's because, in general, Master N, I would like to think so. I think because VShojo really wanted to embrace the virtue signaling aspect and the appeal to talent aspect of like agency culture and like in the industry, that's what caused it. Like, as much as we... I keep saying this. But as much as we want to shit on Nijisanji for being like super fucked up with their like their practices, their business model is not necessarily bad. It's actually the best at making money. I said this in a video too. There's a reason why eventually each corpo, every corpo in the world, even the ones that like initially virtue signal and like say how good they are, eventually start taking notes from Nijisanji's business model. Ironic, Mikineko outlived VShojo. Holy, yeah, dude. And that's just it. Economically, Niji has the better model. Morally questionable. For Soup, in my opinion, I don't think it's necessarily morally questionable. Because in my opinion, you can have that kind of business model. Yeah, 2% fucking, I don't know, the whole 2%, the whole 9 yards, right? As long as you are able to provide good support. It's not necessarily bad. Niji themselves and the way they don't do it right makes it bad. Like, yeah, look, I'm gonna explain this. If I was an agency, right, or if I was a talent that joined a corpo, and the corpo gives me a model and a model and like some assets, right, and then they say, hey, we are not gonna give you like a lot more financial support than this, right? Any project that you want to do, you will do so in your own out of your own pocket. But we will give you the necessary contacts. We'll even let you loan for a bit. X, Y, and Z. We'll give you all these tools, allow you our clout. And if the clout is big enough, if it's actually fucking worth it, then you know what, chat? I might actually sign in with that sort of like, with those conditions in mind. Assuming that the community is large enough that I can quit my day job and like make a living off of it, assuming that I actually get to work with the contacts that they promised that I would be able to work with, then why not? That's what Hololive does exactly. Then why not? I feel like that's reasonable, right? I can't, and nobody should expect a VTuber agency to cover all your costs as a VTuber. Right? Like, that's unreasonable. Like, I'm pro talent. I'm as pro talent as you can get. But a VTuber should not expect an agency to cover everything that they want to do. It's madness. But I do expect help. I would expect infrastructure. I would expect a lot of their word to follow up. Everything that is written in the contract, I expect all of it to come true. Because that's where it all boils down to, the contract. If everything that I saw in the contract that they would provide me is being granted to the letter, then I don't have any reason to complain. Right? Anything else? For example, if I don't pop off, or maybe something happened in the economy, or like some drama happened within the agency that, maybe the company may or may not have control over, then that's not necessarily their fault. But it's not my fault either. It's like, some things are uncontrollable. Sometimes things are even my fault. Maybe I'm being unreasonable sometimes. Like, it depends, right? But I think it's perfectly reasonable. That, again, what I'm trying to say is that sort of business model is not necessarily bad. It's reasonable, provided everything that they give you gets granted to the letter. Never equate incompetency to what can be ascribed to malice. Humans can be the worst of people. I love people, but they are capable of horrors. Yep. Spikeman, true. It has to be a give and take. Yep. Absolutely. Dihan has read the VShojo contract. No. Actually, no. No. I wish I did. That's the problem. They didn't really follow up many of their promises. Yeah, I mean, chat, when I would join an agency, or when I partner up, here's the thing. When I partner up with an agency, or I partner up with a company, or I partner up with whatever, I don't expect all the promises to be like made, right? I really don't. I think it's healthy that a lot of you guys don't either. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just that sometimes stuff happens and you don't know why. Sometimes the company is not under control of the stuff that happens, which makes them unable to fulfill some requests or some promises. It just happens, right? Like life. That has happened to me too. Chat. Even to you guys, broskis, I've said a lot of things that I would do on stream. I promised a lot of people that I would do X, Y, and Z, and I was unable to fulfill a lot of them. Some of them, my fault. Some of them, because of stuff happening that I have no control over. Like, I've done that to you guys. Like, you know, it happens. Not that I'm excusing myself or excusing whatever, but I'm just saying that's part of life. That's part of business. That's the risk you take when you're doing a partnership with someone. That has happened to me, and I don't take it personally. I just assume that it's a thing. True, Dian said he would eat his own kum. He didn't do it. Well, to be fair, right? To be fair, I said I would do that if Nijisanji was going to bounce back from the drama. They didn't, so I'm not gonna do that. True, I did promise hentai. Oh my god, I promised so many things to you guys. I ended up not doing a lot of them. Granted, that doesn't necessarily mean I wouldn't do them forever. But like, for example, like we're derailing from the topic a little bit. But for example, the cooking stream, right? Like I promised I was gonna do a cooking stream, but then I figured out that it was way more complicated a setup than it actually would be, and the Philippines does not have the tech for me to be able to do that smoothly, so I'm not able to do it. So I tried to make up for it by doing by cooking on my by like literally cooking food on my play button. But then you can't cook anything on your play button because it would get damaged, and I would not want my fucking play button to get damaged. It's like, yeah, it's a whole lot of things that like it's a lot of whole short-sighted decisions, honestly. But it's whatever now. Karaoke stream? Yeah, true. I also promised a karaoke stream. I never ended up doing it. Womp womp. Womp womp. Teehee. Heehee XD. Whatever. Whatever though. Anyway, I want to watch this from Coefficient next and what Charlie has to say about it. I want to see what because chat, we'll just assume, right? This video from Charlie, this is gonna be the video that normies will see. Thank you, Shorty. I'm not. Going forward, I don't think I'm gonna be able to promise anything now. I'm not gonna promise a naked apron stream.
There's a topic I cover from time to time that always seems to ruffle some feathers and get people squirming in their chairs in anger, because I have less than kind things to say about some of the biggest players in the industry. But I just can't help myself. I can't.
True. I do too. But when I do it, I get fucked in the ass. Because VTuber fans are super feral. They will fuck you up. You slander their favorite community or their favorite VTuber or the culture they inhabit or fucking whatever they do. You say that the ground they walk on is not holy. You get fucked in the ass. You get doxxed. You get death threats. You get everything. The whole 9 yards. Womp womp.
Can't bite my tongue on it. I'm like Winnie the Pooh poking a beehive because I'm addicted to the honey inside. And in this case,
I should do that,
honey
Eddie.
is vindication.
Yep.
For a while now, I have bah humbugged VTuber agencies. I've seen a lot of the contracts that some of the top talent were locked into with these organizations, and they are...
I'm gonna assume that he's seen the Nijisanji contract, the VShojo contract, Brave Group contract, probably, and the Hololive contract.
Extraordinarily corrupt. I think the agencies in this space are exploitative, and they treat their talent more like prisoners. It is unbelievable the depths of greed that these agencies in the VTuber space have.
He has insider info. Yes. I mean, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
come to. But before I dive deeper into the spaghetti and the meatballs on my disdain for VTuber agencies and the industry, I would like to give you the catalyst for why I'm talking about it again today. It's because Ironmouse just made a
Chat, a lot of Western-based content creators, especially those not familiar with how Japan does things, or even like really like not exposed to a lot of this, all of them will say VTuber agency bad. And you know what? Fair.
really sad video about why she's leaving VShojo. VShojo being another huge player in the VTuber space. They are a massive agency that's represented some
Chat,
of the...
I don't think Calliope Mori leaked the contract to Moist Critical, right? I really don't. I think what happened here is that, well, I think Charlie has seen a lot of contracts from a lot of agencies, because VTubers talk, content creators talk, us in the public will never ever know what they are talking about, what secrets they share, what insider info they're fucking giving to other people as a cry for help or as a leverage or a fucking whatever. It will happen. It will always happen. Oh, hi Salvi, thank you for the raid, brother. Thank you so much. Charlie hating on VShojo and contracts, but he was kissing VShojos when he talked about good VTuber corporations. Oh, I didn't actually know or see Charlie worship VShojo, but
top
I don't know.
talent.
Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo.
Yeah.
With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid.
Okay.
And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today,
Yeah.
is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
For those that don't know who Ironmouse is, she is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch in terms of subscribers. She even broke the all-time subscriber record.
Yeah.
And she has a primary immunodeficiency disease. She has CVID. So she does a lot of charitable work for this organization. And apparently she's just discovered that VShojo hasn't fully paid what they owed her personally, and they haven't paid the money that they owe to the charitable foundation that she was fundraising for, something that she does often, but VShojo is required in this process because they handle her money in certain cases, which is not uncommon in the space. Like, I'm going to get deeper into like a lot of things with VTuber agencies that I've tiptoed around quite a bit in the past, but I want to like fully go into the weeds of it here.
Okay, I want to see I want to see that. I'm going to skip over chat. I'm going to skip over the parts where he lets Ironmouse talk. We've already seen the video.
Paid the charity.
So in a nutshell, Ironmouse ran a subathon. It was extremely successful and raised a ton of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. And VShojo did pay it out the first time around, but when she came back for the second time the following year, it was even bigger. It broke records, and it raised over $500,000 that were supposed to go to the Immune Deficiency Foundation that has still not been paid out to the charitable organization to this day, according to Ironmouse.
Okay.
Now, I've seen a little bit of confusion, people wondering why would VShojo even be handling that money in the first place? Why wouldn't it just come directly from Ironmouse since it's her Twitch? Well, that's where you get into the really stinky territory where, in a lot of cases, these agencies, they handle the finances of the talent. Like, they put their grubby paws on it before the talent does. So
Thank you, John Nook. Support the talents, but only question the corpos.
uncommon in the space for the agreement between talent and agency to have the agency directly handle like their Twitch subs and their Twitch revenue and their Twitch ads, that kind of thing. And in the full video, Ironmouse goes deeper into this, so I highly encourage you to check out the full thing for the entire scoop. But in her case specifically, that was actually kind of appealing to her because then she would be able to stay even more private because she really values her anonymity. So having VShojo involved in that process was actually kind of a big deal to her. And for previous fundraising through Tiltify, it wasn't a problem, but when it came to the subathon money, since it was going through Twitch subs and everything, it meant VShojo was going to be involved in this process, and the first time it was fine, it apparently went off without issue, but this time, when the money was even higher, well, some kind of screws must have went loose over there at the VShojo headquarters. I guess that shit just fucking burst into flames or something, and they just haven't got around to it. They're still putting out some fires, and they'll get to it any day now. VShojo would be responsible for donating that money on her behalf, an obligation that they still haven't fulfilled all this time later, according to Ironmouse. It's diabolical, withholding over $500,000 to charity, and also withholding money that Ironmouse is
withholding money in general, yeah.
And what's even crazier is how unsurprised I am by it.
Midnight Rider, thank you for the $2.
Now, full disclosure, I didn't know too much about VShojo's inner workings. That was one of the few agencies I wasn't super privy to on like the behind the scenes of. But
Okay.
I always heard good.
So, bam. So, literally everyone in the chat's comments about how Tectone, Charlie, Asmongold saying about how good VShojo wasn't really even because they saw the contracts or know what's been happening in these agencies. They also just kind of ate their marketing. So they saw the traditional corpo contract, but never saw VShojo's, and believed VShojo was better. That's kind of worse, TBH. I'd say so. I'd say so. I mean,
good things, but I always had skepticism because of how the industry functions at the agency level from the other
you are
ones.
not immune to propaganda. Exactly, Rushady. You are not immune to propaganda.
And this kind of dirty, scummy, greedy business is just so standard for these agencies in the space. It is sickening. Now, VShojo is going through big turbulence right now. They're losing some of their top talent. Like, even before Ironmouse's video, about a month ago, they made a post about how Giga was going to be departing VShojo. And then just 48 hours later, they announced Zen would also be leaving VShojo, one of their original members. So there's definitely been some, curious Georges out there wondering what's going on at VShojo that's got everyone leaving. What's this exodus from VShojo all about? Fun fact,
we just talked
Giga
about this.
is actually with us at Cheeky now.
Oh!
We're not like a VTuber agency. That's
Oh, okay.
Our soap. She really likes our soap, Cheeky soap. So she's partnered with us at Cheeky, and she is an absolute sweetheart. That's what I was trying to get across. The point is, some like really good people have been leaving VShojo, and now Ironmouse have dropped this video about some very alleged scummy practices here at the VShojo corporate level, and I don't know how VShojo recovers from it going forward.
They won't. Absolutely, they won't. There's just no way. There's just no way.
They haven't made a statement yet. It's still a little too fresh as of me making this video. I'm very curious what they're going to say about it. If I had to spitball, I would imagine that their next play will be donating that money to the charitable foundation. I imagine.
Even if they do that, though, I don't think it's gonna do anything. I really don't. I really don't. Look, chat. If VShojo lost $11 million and we don't see the full scope, we don't see that $11 million come to like an actual eventful fruit, then I'm gonna imagine that $11 million is just wasted to the winds on the fucking executives or the fucking higher ups or the fucking investors, what have yous. I'm gonna imagine they're in debt right now, or they don't have money. They don't have the money. I'm gonna imagine. Fruit? No, I don't even... Bro, I think Fruit got scammed too. Like, that fucking 50k donation... yeah, dude. I'm gonna imagine Fruit got scammed as well. Like, yeah.
Imagine they donate the 515k to the Immune Deficiency Foundation or whatever the exact number was. I bet they'll do that to desperately try and save face. I don't think the community will respond well to it because it's very clear that they're just doing it now because of the public pressure that's being exerted on them. I don't know how they move forward with a good reputation. I don't think all of their talent's going to leave overnight. I imagine a lot of those contracts, in fact, I'm confident a lot of those contracts lock them down for quite a while with like some non-disparagement clauses in there and everything. Like I bet there is a lot of things at play where the talent won't be able to leave even if they really want to. And I can only hope that the community here doesn't start attacking the VShojo talent for staying, because I imagine in a lot of cases they don't have a choice. Now,
that is true.
That's kind of the situation in a nutshell, but I want to dive deeper into agencies as a whole. I've kind of teased it a little bit.
All right, let's go.
And I know people like to talk about VTubing as a whole, like it's some kind of niche that's not mainstream. That couldn't be further from the truth. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And
I mean, multi-billion-dollar. I mean, I wouldn't say that. You know, maybe if you put in the Chinese industry, sure. But multi-billion, I'm not so sure about that. But okay, whatever. I know how he means that it makes a lot of money. Food tried to virtue signal by being a slacktivist. Okay. I think we were when I said Fruit donation thing, I meant like the whole fucking like I don't know if she did a donathon or like a donation thing similar to like Ironmouse, but if she did something like that and she never got paid, then I imagine it's going to be the same situation.
And it is so lucrative. And these agencies have swooped in and made sure they are the ones getting the lion's share of that
That's
money,
true.
and they'll kind of trickle down, drip feed a little milk from their titties to the talent that's under their umbrella. And what's even more disgusting is they fed people shit and gave them a taste for it, an acquired palate, normalizing their greed. Where the talent,
that's
the
Japan
ones that
for
are
you.
Actually gathering the audience, you know, the actual VTubers, they don't see most of the money that they bring in. The agency does. That includes merch. That includes their Twitch subs. That includes YouTube revenue. Pretty much any piece of the pie that has dollars, doubloons in it, the agency is the one that's got their fingers in it, and the VTuber gets pieces of it, tiddlywinks. And I think it is so ass backwards. It has always rubbed me the wrong way. So I've always talked very negatively about VTuber
That's Japan
agencies,
for you.
much to the chagrin of the VTuber audience. The
Check out Kayson's thumbnail. Okay, we'll watch.
audience that watches VTubers is very loyal to their favorite creators in the space. So they get very upset when the 5'6" Florida man Neanderthal shoots spitballs at the agency that represents their favorite VTuber, because the community, like the relationship between the agency and the VTuber, is one that's supposed to be built on like a tight connection, like this partnership, almost like a family. But nothing could be further from the truth. It's about as much of a family as like the prison warden is to the prisoners. I just think it is completely...
That is true. That's literally what Ironmouse said earlier about the whole fucking guilt tripping thing, where a lot of VTubers kinda don't want to leave their agencies because, like, I don't know if the agencies actively enforce the whole "we're family" and you're betraying the family, you're gonna hurt the community, your fucking genmates are gonna cry and you're gonna hurt all these people. I don't know if agencies are actively trying to do that. Maybe they are. I can see a lot of agencies being scummy enough to do it. But I don't think that's just an agency enforced thing. I think that's just part of the culture in general. Like something that even without agencies is going to be there regardless. I think that's the thing.
Unacceptable the way a lot of these agencies treat their talent. I also think
Mountain Dew tweeted, okay,
have been completely misled by them on the industry as a whole, where they act like there's only one path to success when it comes to VTubing, or at least they did. Not so much these days. It's starting to kind of get a little more clear that you don't have to sign with them, but for the longest time, It was as if there was only one path to success in the space, which was signing with an agency.
Yeah.
Where they basically give you a career. They grow you through their network. They give you all the tools to grow, but they basically own you. And I know the argument a lot of people make is, well, they gave you your career. You do owe them like 90% of the money that you generate.
DN, go to Nimi. Jesus, hold on. Let me finish the video, and then we'll go for the for Nimi.
That makes sense. Without them, you were nothing. And I just think that is completely delusional. I think you've been brainwashed to think that. It's a little different nowadays where so many people are doing really well independent. There are so many independent VTubers that are crushing it, and a lot of formally contracted talent for agencies have left to be indie and are still doing really well. So it's being proven that you don't need these agencies to succeed as a VTuber. And I understand, like, you know, they do help speed up the growth of the career because then they just plug and play to like their network and just have eyes on you by default. But from everything I've seen, it just never really seems worth the trade-off. Like, you never get a better deal. So like, let's say you start with them and then you explode and become the biggest VTuber in the world. All the ones I've seen, the contracts don't scale with that success, so you still are locked into a bad deal. And now the agency just makes a killing off of your success, and you kind of stay in the same spot, more or less. Like, it just doesn't ever really feel worth it to do that when you can still be very successful without...
Okay, I know where this is gonna go. Yes, I would like to think yes and no. I feel like if an agency helps you succeed and get like a full-blown good career, I think the contract kind of has to scale too. Like Charlie's not wrong. Like, you know, I think like it's as the VTuber gets bigger, then, you know, the contract has to be adjusted to make it like be better for the talent instead of taking more from the talent. That way the talent won't have any more incentives to actually want to leave. I think that's the one key point that a lot of VTuber agencies are missing, especially VShojo with a dying like breed like VShojo. It's like it's fucked up. Yeah. It's a two-way road. The talent helps the agency and the agency helps the talent getting popular. Yeah, it is a give and take. Yeah. Because I feel like, you know, let's say 60-40, right? If you're 10k, if you're 20, 30k subscribers, earning like $1 grand, $2 grand a month, maybe 50, maybe 60% is good. But as you get bigger, then maybe it should stop like lowering and dropping and dropping. You know, I feel like that's only worth it. Now I worry about Auntie Rima. She's with Mythic. Mythic isn't a VTuber agency. It's a talent agency. It basically just gives Rima and the people in it like sponsors and like help and events with shit like that. Like, they don't actually own her IP or judge the content or own the content that she makes or fucking whatever. Rima will be fine. Rima will be fine. It doesn't count. Anyway. What is up with this whole fucking Nimi thing? Nimi Nightmare. Is she actually getting married? Is she managed? Is she married? Oh my god! Little lore drop. This might be unexpected thing for me to announce, but I'm getting married. Let's fucking go! Holy shit! Wait, what about the naplings? Holy shit! Saplings gonna commit suicide? Ooh! Oh my god! The saplings have to share a titty to suck on with the fucking infant and the male! Oh my god! That's so fucking... I want to shitpost about it, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you, but at the same time, I want to... the fucking naplings, though. I wanna see. I wanna see some unicorns fucking exploding. As long as there are people cheering for me, I'll keep streaming and trying my best. Aww. Aww. She's a full-blown mommy now. I mean, she didn't say she has a kid, but like she's a married woman now. Unicorn Doomsday. I wanna see. I wanna see some angry unicorns. Mass suicide watch. Fuck it, you know what? I'm not gonna get the fucking reaction that I want to see in here. I'd have to check on other places. But I am going to basically go through the rounds, not today. Call Parrot. Oh shit, I can't wait for the Parrot video. You know what? I'm not even gonna go to VT right now. I'm just gonna wait for the Parrot video. I want an artistic rendition of the fucking meltdown that's going on here. Parrot, you have 3 videos to make now. 1, the VShojo collapse. 1, the Napling collapse. I don't know what the 3rd video is gonna be, but chop, fucking chop, baby. To the mine you go. The Aster thing? Yeah, the Aster. Yeah, true, the Aster thing too. Aww. That's so cute, actually. My heart is like warm. Aww. That's so cute. Even when I'm a grandma. Okay. Back to the Doom posting. Temporary thing. But let's go back to the Doom posting. Oh! Oh! It's a stream. DSP outliving VShojo, tragic. Ain't no way, dude. We need an explanation. Please answer VShojo. So they're in a group call right now talking about what to do. They're trying to contact the company. And you know what? We'll just have to wait. She gave them 8 hours to respond. What time is it today in US time? It's probably like, okay, it's 11:30 EST. So I'm gonna assume the people that need to see this are sleeping or want to sleep. But I feel like when your company is collapsing like this, fucking sleep tomorrow or the next few days, my guy. You need to, like, you know, this is like an important shit that's gonna fucking collapse your shit. Like, you can't let that happen. This is my Oshi. Kason, rip him off. The legendary Dragon Strikes again, always defending those around her. Kason is on the warpath. Yep. Damn. Well, looks like I'm gonna I may farm this if the situation continues to elevate. 8:30 in California. Yeah, in PST 8 p.m. in CST should be fucking I don't know 10. You have to. I mean, it depends if it escalates. If VShojo says nothing and just fucking dies, then you know there's no point in me fucking farming it. I really don't. Besides, like I said, after this stream and after the clips that I'm gonna upload after this, I'm not gonna be back yet. I still have some affairs to take in order, chat. Yeah. Wait, so that's why Fauna graduated? Makes sense. Because she's getting married? Maybe. Who knows? I would like to think it's more just she wants to do stuff though, not because of Hololive. Starlight Daryl. Somebody told me to check on Starlight Daryl. I'm vaguely aware of this guy. This guy's an artist. Well, okay, not artist. Sorry, like somebody that people commission, a musician. What's this going on? Okay. My heart breaks and bleeds for Mouse. Okay. Nowhere near what Mouse is going through, but for the past year, VShojo has been habitually late paying me in commission, sometimes leaving thousands of dollars if my invoices unpaid for months at a time. Oh god. Vortoxy also has the same situation. Yup. No, chat. I see this shit. Again. VShojo 100% does not have money. They're absolutely in debt or barely breaking even or just does not have cash right now. They literally do not have anything right now. Whenever an agency does this, chat, I can understand an agency or a company not paying an artist's invoices for maybe a couple days, maybe a couple weeks. Like, it happens, right? Like, invoices that just get buried among the many invoices, especially if it's a big corporation. Like, it happens. Who cares? But months? Nah, man. Nah. Where's the money? That's the that's the $500 million question, right? Oh, sorry. $500K question. Where is the money going? Again, most likely the executives or the fucking, the leaders of VShojo or the investors. I mean, it's not like the $11 million investment is an angel investment, right? Is it an angel investment? Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is an angel investment, but like, it's whatever. They have to pay people eventually, right? Or something? I don't know. Spent it on Ironmouse's 50th model this year, lol. I mean, bro, I'm gonna imagine VShojo's not paying for Ironmouse's shit, dude. Ironmouse is paying for Ironmouse's shit. So are you telling me that the company whose its only market plan was talent freedom has no money? Yep. Shocking, I know. God. My value-oriented fucking VTuber agency is broke. Who would have seen that coming? That's sad. It's genuinely sad. Damn, a lot of people are making videos about it too. I see False ID's video about it. I see Ludwig made a video about it.
We got some drama to talk about.
I'm not gonna watch any of this, by the way. It's probably going to be all the same thing, parroting all the same opinions. Fucking chat. Whenever shit like this happens, right? It would just be repetitive. I don't want to see. I don't want to react or show you guys even more reactions from a lot of people, because it's a messy situation, and I'm going to expect that a lot of VShojo adjacent individuals are gonna come out and speak what they've heard from their friends in VShojo or whatever the case might be, right? Yeah, because like, see, the thing about agency culture that I don't like, TBH, is that people are afraid to speak up about bad stuff going on in agencies where their friends might be. At the same time, I don't blame them. Because fans of big agencies can be, like I said, absolutely feral. They will fuck you up. And sometimes these people, they don't want to put their friends in a rough spot, right? People always wait for Salangate level situations like this before speaking out. I know for a fact that maybe even for Hololive, people are also just waiting for the Salangate of Hololive to happen before dropping some truth nukes or fucking Google Docs and pile in on fucking whatever the fuck is happening in that company too. It's just what happens. It's just what happens. But like I said, I think this is a lot worse. The legal repercussions, the grandiosity of it, it's just too much. Legal mindset? Yeah. No, I'm gonna imagine Legal Mindset is gonna make a stream about it. I'll probably tune in. I'd like to see how this would legally, like, come to fruition, because it is a U.S. company, so I'm gonna imagine he's more familiar with it. I wanna see Coefficient's reaction though.
$500,000, huh? $500,000
Yes.
Sorry, I've been pacing back and forth for the past 30 minutes, and I didn't know what to do other than pull out my phone and start recording this entire shit show that's happening with VShojo. And I have nobody to talk to because Faith is on a grocery run right now, and I'm over here stress-eating sun chips. So a lot of people have been leaving VShojo, which is fine. You know, I'm charitable. I'm very much, you know, giving them the benefit of the doubt. But then it comes out that VShojo is withholding funds that Ironmouse has raised for the IDF charity and funds that she has earned herself. Ironmouse, the most unproblematic, the most talented, and the most household name VTuber you could ever think of. Your top dog, you failed to do that for her, huh? And listen, I've seen a lot of really messed up stuff coming from these VTuber companies, but boy, this kind of is up there. You know what I'm saying? I ran out of sun chips. I got my last one. It's really ironic that the biggest strength that VShojo had is now their biggest weakness is the fact that they don't own any of the IPs for any of the talents. So now they
Sorry, Koei. We called that bluff out a long time ago. We called that bluff out a long time ago.
can just walk out the fucking door without a worry in the world, compared to other companies where they own their IP, so they can't really walk out as easily. And I find that super ironic, right? Just the grandstand position that they were at before, and now they're just like way down here. You know what I'm saying? I feel so bad for the people that are currently there still, like Melody, Henya, Keisan, Michi. I feel so bad for them because literally, and oh my god, and in the video that she was explaining the shit show, she was saying that VShojo was essentially telling her, hey, if you leave, you're gonna fuck over all your other friends. And I'm like, hello? What does that mean?
Yep.
I mean, there's a kernel of truth to that, but at the same time, you don't just tell that and gaslight and blackmail your top talent like that. Which is really ironic right now, because the people that
Think of the corporation, though.
fucked over the other talents is not necessarily Ironmouse. It's them. I feel so bad for them. They're gonna have to deal with this shit. Oh, thank God I had more chip. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be hopping off right now. I need to like get one of those videos where they like do this to the bowls and like little noise comes out to be able to calm you and stuff like that. I'm gonna need some of that. A big fat gummy. You know what? No. Fuck the edible. I'm not eating any more edibles because I'm donating.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Legally Minded will stream about the VShojo, 9 p.m. Oh, so like fucking 10 hours from now. Okay. That sounds like something I can catch up to. Oh, okay, chat. So I guess we have to wait 8 hours. We have to wait 8 hours for Case on stream. See what's going on. JP Nova also took VShojo. Holy crap. The absolute state. Connor is live right now and talking about it. I'm not gonna like actually. I feel like it's rude to gank on his stream and like, you know, sit there and fucking just wait. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Michi tweeted. Oh shit! I want to see. Michi. I can't legally say anything right now, but I'm just so tired. Please support Mousy, such an amazing person. Take care of yourselves. You guys matter. Tell people you love. Jesus. Dude, I'm just saying, right? Like, if somebody tells me this out of context, I'm probably gonna think they were gonna off themselves or something. Holy crap. Umamusume memes? It's super ominous, especially this last tweet, this last sentence. Please do tell the people that you... Jeez, oh, wow. Yeah, someone should check on her. Kuro, do your job. I feel like I'm it's so insensitive, I know, but like, you know. Yeah. Melody? Has Project Melody not taken the VShojo name out? Oh, I misspelled Project Melody, never mind. Oh yeah. It's still there. Still there. Damn. Dude, fucking... Michi's probably having a PTSD episode right now, man. Michi and Kuro. Both of them. They just went through this whole thing with Nijisanji and now they're going through it again. Insane. Check the post of Melody. Yeah, I actually I see it. I see it. Well, look at Hime Rabbit. Hime Hajime. VSJ. Yeah, she took VShojo out. Just says Jesus. Okay. I can't really get anything. I can't really get anything from this. I do know that that what's her name? That Melody currently, like, I think she moved to Japan, so I think that's gonna be a thing. Look at Haruka. Haruka doesn't really stream that much. Haruka. Okay, she also took the VShojo out of her name. I'm tired. Hopefully her work isn't attached to Japan. I'm gonna imagine it's not. It's not, broski. It would be the most fucked up situation if VShojo was the one issuing the work visa to for Melody to live in Japan. But I think Melody is smarter than that. I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, chat. Very messy situation. We're gonna have, yeah, true. TK's away. Geeks Plus gonna poach some more members. Yep. It's that kind of competition down in here. So, yeah. For now, we just see what happens. I believe we covered a lot of it. That's generally the gist. So, chat, I guess tomorrow you guys go to sleep now, a lot of you at least. Let's wait for any more developments, and if the developments are huge enough, we make a stream about it. We go through the reigns, and you know, see you tomorrow. I hope so. Tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see. If there is a good chance of something happening, then I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. If not, then maybe I'll just join Rima's stream or join a friend stream that's also covering it. But I would like to thank you guys for like donating. I turned off the stream elements reactions. I'm so sorry for that. It's just that I forgot to turn off a lot of the noise things. So if you guys sent me a donation via stream elements, like a tip, I'll make sure to read it and send you a message when I have the time. But right now, I think I'll go. I think you guys need to go to sleep. I haven't slept either. So that's gonna be it for today. Go to sleep, guys. I don't think we're gonna see anything happen. I don't think anything is gonna happen anytime soon. In the meantime, though, let's see if there's somebody we can raid. Let's see. Redirect. There is currently no one I can redirect to right now aside from Scarlet. But I don't think I want to disturb. I don't think I want to, like, you know, yeah, like mess up Scarlet's like fucking stream with this. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, chat. Bye bye. Bye bye. Again, thank you for the donos. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you soon when the next time is justified. We'll see you. Bye bye. Bye bye.